We have great reviews for many programs you might be interested in. Like, subscribe and comment for more from us. After you watch the video, click on the link to download the program.
If you're a golfer over 50 and using a normal swing, there's a good chance you're costing yourself power, accuracy, and you're causing injury to your body. And in this little video that we're going to share with you today, and the simple swing system for seniors is going to revolutionize your golf game. And I'm actually here with golfing genius from Wisdom in Golf, Sean Clement. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
Nice to be here, Alex.
I mean, this guy has revolutionized tens of thousands of golfers. And if you're not as limber as perhaps you used to be, if you want to reduce injuries, if you want to hit the ball further with more strain-free, simple tweaks, then you need to listen to what this man has to say.
And the cool part is that you've done this in so many disciplines, whether you're hammering nails with a hammer, using a sledgehammer to the side of a railroad tie, or twirling something on a string. The human body is this unbelievable machine. We are not defective. So I know you're tired of hearing that you got all these body parts to fix, but you really don't need to if you got the right task. We're already built for proper motion, and your brain is always using the path of least resistance. That's what we're here to do. We're here to survive and thrive.
Yeah.
So we already have a built-in self-preservation system in our bodies. You just need the right task to send it through.
And every single one of you, no matter your age, no matter your ability, can accomplish this.
Absolutely.
You know, Sean, with his effortless golf swing, can generate 290, 300 yards like a piece of cake.
Carry.
Yeah, and left and
52.
right-handed.
Yeah.
Left and right-handed, I will add that as well. But, I mean, you've coached and helped tens of thousands of golfers.
Yes.
And there's a reason why seniors are struggling so much.
Yes, absolutely. You think that you're not flexible, and there's a reason for that. So, you know, we call it the surgeon versus the lumberjack, right? The surgeon's getting ready to make these fine manipulations, and the brain is trying to freeze the body to allow you to make these fine manipulations. So you could take the club and try to manipulate it to the ball. You end up freezing the system, and you end up hitting yourself in the process. Or you could be like the seasoned lumberjack and use the weight of the axe to deliver a powerful blow to the side of the tree and be able to do that all day.
So what we're showing you with the Senior Swing program is we're showing you principles about what to focus on.
Yes.
How your body and natural movement can occur when you allow the focus and you allow your movement to happen naturally.
Yes.
Following that with some principles on the grip, on your setup position, on the way you strain free and feel the weight of the club.
That's right. So you'll know how you're built, how you're wired, how you've evolved on this planet. And if you respect each and every one of those areas, you won't believe how easy this is.
Yeah. You're gonna add 10, 20, 30 yards more, no problem, of accurate, effortless yards.
Yeah. Conservatively, for most of you, it's going to be between 15 and 30 yards.
Yeah.
And for many of you, it's going to be 30 yards.
Awesome. So click below to learn more. Thanks.
All the best.
Hi, Alex Forte here, the Art of Simple Golf. Now, do you struggle with mobility just in general day-to-day life? Are you finding that when you're trying to get to golf, all this talk about having long fluid backswings and giving yourself time is really difficult? Well, I'm going to give you a nice kind of little sneaky cheat, as it were, to improve whether you're struggling with mobility or whether you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s and maybe not as agile as you used to be, or if you just haven't played that much recently and your body's a bit tight or it's cold out like it is today. There's ways to still enjoy this game without trying to be sort of perfect in your movements and positions. Let's just go out and have fun with it, So let's get to it. Now, why this works is basically because the golf swing doesn't have to be as restrictive. And all we're trying to do is allow freedom to swing just that little bit easier. and that's all we're hoping for. It doesn't have to be complicated. So as I said, this is like a little sneak cheat, because there's other things that we can do to, you know, we want the lower body to be turning and rotating. You know that by now, hopefully, that you don't want to be resisting the lower body here and turning that upper body. That's a young man's and it's a stupid man's game. You need to allow the lower body to turn just as much as it needs to. You need to let the heel come off the ground if it needs to. You need to have flow. You need to feel the weight of the club and the arms just flowing with tempo and smooth rhythm. But if you're finding that you're still a little bit restricted here, all you can do is just pull that right foot back. Because in essence, what that is doing is sort of allowing your body to turn just that little bit easier already. So you've got that turn now, and that's what's happening. It's much easier to sort of allow that backswing to clear at the back. And I've made a full swing with much less effort. If I was to move my foot here, like I'm exaggerating, like it close, you know, open a little bit, but there's much more tension in my core, a tiny bit in my lower back, but there's more restriction. You might be able to hear it in my voice, but if I pull it back here, I've got that freedom. So as you set up to the ball, okay, I want you to make sure that your eyes are sort of parallel to where you want the ball to go, but your shoulders are maintaining that, your arms are maintaining that, but all we're doing is pulling that right foot back. Turn it out a little bit as well, but you're just pulling that right foot back, so then as you make a swing, you've got freedom to come through. And then what you make sure of then is just to keep it smooth through the ball. So you might find that you just have a little bit more ability to get behind, to, you know, get the back to the target just that bit easier. Instead of being here, let's open you up a bit just to give you that freedom, and then from there you can actually sort of stay on top of it and compress it. It's like a slight modification from a wonderful drill, which is the right foot behind, where we're taking it to the extreme. But I'm talking about playing with this, being able to use it. So keep everything straight, just pull that right foot back, turn the heel out, and just allow your swing to move correctly. Hi, Alex Forte here, co-creator of the Simple Senior Swing program, and I've got a video that's going to share a really cool way that's going to drastically reduce your injuries and actually give you 10, 20, maybe 30 more yards, especially if you're over 50. Now, usually this is reserved for Senior Swing members, but we've decided to release this to the public just for a limited time. And by the way, if you like this tip, just stick around to the end of the video, where you're actually going to get a lot more tips and drills and insights just like this, and on what website we share them on. Without further ado, here's the clip.
Okay. Now, if you had a simple way to think about it, if I had a hammer and I wanted to nail one shot into a board, I wouldn't exactly take it back a couple of inches and force it down. I'd take it back and really feel the weight of the instrument tag that nail, especially if I have to do that all day. Yeah. Now, if I was a lumberjack, now the green lumberjack is going to grab the axe and yank it around like a pit bull with a rag doll, and he'll be wasted in about a half an hour. Yeah. And so the seasoned lumberjack who's laughing at him is going to use the weight of his axe to deliver the blow. Now we're going to do two things here. Number one, for those of you who've got floating eyes, this is going to serve you extremely, extremely well. So if I had, let's say, notice I have a ball on a tee here. See this tee? It's like a little twig. So I get set up with a 6-pound axe. Well, there's no way that little twig is going to stop the weight of the axe. So when I take the weight of the axe and I heave it into the backswing, I would never heave it behind me, would I? No. I'm not going to do that twice anyways. No. I would never heave it away from me and allow the axe to take out my front leg.
Like a scene from Game of Thrones or something.
That's right. I wouldn't heave the axe straight up to shave bark down the tree. That's not going to get any work accomplished. I'm going to take the weight of the axe and I'm going to heave it back in a way that's going to allow me to cut through the twig. There's only one place for that, and that's here. Now notice how my body moved out of the way, because if I don't move the body and I heave the axe, I'm going to knock myself all over again. Exactly. Yeah. So when I heave the axe, the body glides out of the way, and now I can use the weight of the axe to cut through that tee beautifully.
See, what's extraordinary and what I really hope people see is the simplicity in this, that there's not one jot in Sean's brain thinking about where he needs to put his body, his legs,
imagine
his
a
arms.
lumberjack going, make sure the axe is in the right place here, right?
Am I on plane with my axe?
That guy's dead before the day's over.
Yeah.
All right. So I see the stem or the twig in my mind's eye that's below. So my eyes are actually between the club and the ball, and I can see the leading edge of my club ready to cut through that tee. I feel the weight of the axe. I heave the axe, and I use the weight of the axe to cut through that twig, and look at that ball go.
So, welcome back. If you found this drill useful and you want more drills, techniques and insights about how you can improve your accuracy, confidence, distance without hurting your body, you need to check out the Senior Simple Swing program.